Greetings, Skill Incarnate, bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we check out another indie game. This time we're looking at Cafe Owner Simulator, developed by Second Reality and published by Rockgame SA. Cafe Owner Simulator has us starting off our very own cafe, beginning with little more than a shack in the woods, and eventually creating a world-class establishment. Along the way, we'll have to balance the books, keep customers happy, and create the best food around. Now, I've really been enjoying these simulation games, and I really want to check this one out, so we're going to play the first part of the campaign, and I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are. Let's have a look at Cafe Owner Simulator. My father was in the restaurant business all of his life. Every day after school, I would run into him at work and watch how he ran the business. He was a strict but fair boss. Business was going well. My father wanted to open a second restaurant in the neighbouring town. Half the money to open it had been raised, and he planned to borrow the other half from the local mafia. He'd been friends with their boss since college. My father borrowed money and opened a second restaurant. Unfortunately, it turned out to be unprofitable. For days on end, he searched for the reason, but never found it. Over time, his health declined and he ended up in hospital. When he returned, he began to go over the bills that needed to be paid. He realised right away he wouldn't be able to pay them all. He didn't sleep for almost a week, thinking about closing the business and retiring. The decision was made. My father sold the business, paid off the debts and retired. It was my 26th birthday. We decided to celebrate in our favourite place. My father raised a toast to me and to his retirement. Afterwards, he handed me an envelope. I opened it and saw a cheque for 50 grand. Now your dream is real, son. After these words, I realised my father knew that throughout my childhood, I followed his work with burning eyes. I was extremely happy and decided to revive the family business. So it's a new day, and we're at our new restaurant, or should I say what will become our new restaurant. Welcome to Castle Lake. I hear you're planning to open a restaurant and a motel here. If so, that's good news. Our town doesn't have enough places to eat and have a good time. My name is Dries Owens, and I'm the local sheriff. If you need my help, you can always call the police department. Good luck with your business and have a good day. First things first, we're going to head on in, see how bad the damage is to our new restaurant, turn the power on, and hopefully get cleaning. Because we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to make this place ready for customers. Now, occasionally we'll find bonus items in the world, but most of the money we'll be making is from running the business and raising our prestige of our restaurant. At the moment it's in the gutter, as you can see. This place is in disrepair and it's been largely used by the homeless population of the city as a halfway house. We've got to get cleaning. Actually, let's start with picking up all of the rubbish. Our goal is to get this place up and running and trading as soon as possible. Every day this place is empty is burning a hole in our pocket. We've got bills to pay and we've got money to make. Now, we manage everything via our handy-dandy tablet. And this ranges from managing the restaurant staff to paying our bills and ordering equipment, materials, and of course, food. While we wait for our garbage bin to empty, I'm just gathering some leaves from the front of the restaurant. And we can continue clearing this place out. As you can see, our restaurant rating has improved. It's still not great. As you can see, we've got piles of rubbish, we've got rats running around. This is the health department's worst nightmare, so we've got a fair bit of tidying up if we're going to get this place trading. We'll come back for those rats. For now, let's get rid of all the various rubbish and paraphernalia. Oh, another kitty. So this place is home to a fair amount of kitties and other animals. Occasionally you'll see a deer or a moose run around. No wolves, thankfully. I don't want to be fighting off wild animals. And we do have to worry about the homeless population as well. And these guys will turn up from time to time. Sometimes they will just they'll just want to turn up to have a chat. Sometimes they'll try and get some money off us. And other times they may try messing up the restaurant, so we do need to be careful. And sometimes you can give money, but it's often best to try and handle them with kid gloves, but don't give them money all the time, because they'll soon start turning up every 5 minutes, and then you've got to basically pay hundreds of dollars just to get rid of them. But they can do a fair amount of damage to your restaurant reputation. So going quite well. All the rubbish is gone. Tidy up some of these leaves and we're all done. And I appear to have missed one item somewhere. Ah. Beautiful. Okay, next thing we want to do is get rid of our little friends the rats, and as tempted as I am to add them to the menu, we're going to have to do this the proper way. I keep thinking of making a rat burger from Demolition Man. Okay, so now we need to fix the restaurant itself. Replace the windows. And repair the roof. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about removing the old windows. We just can replace it with a new one rather easily. Boom and boom. And things are starting to come along very nicely now. Now this game it's a very chill game. It's one of those games where you can just sit back, work at your own pace, relax, and basically just chill out. There's a lot of games I play that are a lot more stressful. Dark Souls games, survival crafting games, strategy games, and while they always will have a special place in my heart, I've recently started to enjoy games that let you just relax a bit and work at your own pace. They're a fantastic end to when you've had a stressful day, when you're looking just for something simple you can play, and you don't have necessarily a lot of time. And even though this game there's a lot to do, you can kind of work at your own pace, and you can save the game at any time. So there's no pressure to get through a large amount of time. You can just serve a few customers, do a few days of work in the restaurant. It's a very chill game. And it's great for casual gamers. Okay. So next thing we need to do, now we've got all of our repairs done, we need to give this place a bit of a paint job. So I'm going to stick with some... let's go with some wallpaper. Ooh, walls, okay. I didn't even know you could do this. We'll stick with wallpaper though. Now, I'll probably want to turn the light on so we can see what we're doing. Beautiful. Now we're going to want some more lights. And I'm going for a bit of a Christmas theme because it's that time of year again. Trying to keep things cheap as well. We want to try and get this place up and running, but we don't have a hell of a lot of money to spend. We haven't even bought any of the food or the equipment we're going to need, so we need to try and do this on the cheap. Looking good. It's amazing what a lick of paint can do to an old place. This is always a job that I've never really enjoyed doing in real life, but something about doing it in a video game is just so relaxing. I don't know why. And we're nearly done. Very nice. I mean, look at our place. Bit of paint. We could, of course, paint the roof as well, but we're going to try and keep it simple for now. And we're going to add our smoke detectors. Safety first. I'm trying to align them so they kind of look neat. There we go. Okay, next thing we want to do is set up our menu. Now, one thing I've learnt is to try and pick items that share ingredients. We want the least amount of ingredients because we don't want to have all these different menu items with all these different ingredients that we have to manage and purchase. We'll keep it simple. So cheese pizza and a margarita. We'll go with a country. You also want to keep in mind the money that you get from these orders. High value items with a big dollar amount, will be a higher profit for us. So we'll keep 3 pizza items because these all share largely the same ingredients. And we'll go with this. We'll stick with pizza and pasta. I think that's perfect. And these two share ingredients as well. So now we've got our recipe let's start off with what we need. We need dough, tomato sauce, cheese, and pizza dough. Dough, tomato sauce, cheese, and pizza dough. So that's done. We need tomatoes, mushrooms, and salami. Tomatoes, mushrooms, and salami. And we need chips, cream, onion, and milk. Yep, chips, cream, onion, and milk. Onion, milk, chips, cream. Oh, the soundtrack got all funky on me. So now we've got all the ingredients. All we need to do is get them all into storage, and then we can start setting up the appliances. Now fortunately we can only do this one box at a time, and this process is largely manual. Now I don't know if the food goes off, but I'm not going to stick around to find out. And I don't know if homeless people can steal the food, but again, we're going to get this into a safe spot. So this process is largely manual now, and it's eventually we'll be able to automate a fair amount of this. The cooking is done by a chef, so we don't have to cook the food ourselves, thankfully, on top of all the other jobs we've got. But we've got to serve the customers, we've got to gather the tips, we've got to keep the restaurant clean, we've got to shoo away unwanted guests. And of course, we've got to do all the management and all that, the paperwork stuff too. So next thing we want to do is set up our equipment, which is going to be a register, kitchen table, oven, and refrigerator. So let's get the oven and refrigerator first. Fridge. And we'll leave some space for a power outlet. And we want a table. We're going to place the table here because we can get multiple kitchen tables once we get additional staff. And we'll place it here for now. Now you can move any of your equipment, so it doesn't matter if we go in the wrong spot, we can always move it. So we need a cash register. Beautiful. So now all we have to do is set up the power outlets for them. And we're going to need 3 because we're going to need a range hood as well. Nice. They're going to make a bit of a tripping hazard here, but there's not much we can do. Nice. The last thing we want is a range hood, and we're going to need a sink as well. With all this stuff set up, we'll be able to begin trading soon. Okay, range hood. Beautiful. Okay, with everything plugged in, we are now ready to trade. Oh, of course, we need some tables for our guests. Now, it's very important to give enough space for people to move. So I'm going to try and add these a bit more spaced apart. I could try and jam more people in, but I don't want them getting stuck, so maybe here will do. And I might actually add because I know we're gonna need more tables, so I'm gonna add one more. Beautiful. Okay, so last thing we want to do is hire a employee. And again, we're going to try and pick someone that is a nice mix between value for money and their skills too. So you can see these guys are very slow. He's very cheap, but also very slow. This guy has a low motivation. This guy has bad communication skills, but he's definitely the best out of the lot. High motivation, high work speed. Beautiful. So now we can assign them, and we're going to set up some lights. Oh, and they're very effective, these lights. So I think 2 of those is going to be perfect. One roughly above where they're working, and one want some mood lighting in here. Beautiful. Yesterday I got beaten up by Marco Redbeard. He didn't want to share a piece of brie cheese that was in the trash of the Italian restaurant. I need to heal my wounds. Give me $7 for cans of alcohol. Yeah, no. I give him money for food. I'm not giving him money for booze. Last thing we need to do, we're not a Mexican restaurant, so two toilets will be enough. Beautiful. So now what we have to do is open up the restaurant and get serving. So now we wait for our first customers to arrive and for the first orders to roll in. We've got a fridge full of food, we've got an employee ready to start cooking. It's time to make some money. As you can see, we're very skinflint. We have a new order. and they want some lasagna. So what we do is go into here and we go to lasagna, and boom, the order's in. They're going to cook it for us, and then we go and serve it. Now, it's a largely manual at the moment, so we can't get a worker to do the point of sale stuff. The only worker we can hire are the guys to prepare the food. So the customer service falls on us, as well as keeping the restaurant clean, and also all of the managerial stuff. And as the game gets further into development, they'll add some additional management elements where we can start to automate the process and have less of the process being done by us. Another lasagna. Oh, and we can only have one at a time. So we take our first dish over, and now we can serve our second customer. And we're going to need to do a bit of a spot clean. And you're going to have to wait, my friend, because we don't have any available tables yet. We've got one person waiting. As you can see, our restaurant has increased in reputation. We have another customer now. Now, hopefully, once he waits long enough, he's going to leave. And basically, because we've got such a low amount of money and our restaurant only has some basic equipment, we're going to end up with customers walking off. We just need to minimize it. So now we can get this guy hopefully served. As you can see, we're starting to get a bit of a cadence now. We've got customers coming in, we're serving food, happy customers. Now eventually we want to get an additional employee or two, another table, more chefs, increase the size of this space, and really start cranking out that food. Now, this guy was happy and he left us a tip. Oh, not too bad at all, $16. Now, this guy's going to leave, unfortunately. Oh, I think I got that just in time. Unfortunately, he's a bit cross. And as you can see, we're really starting to hammer out the food. We need 2 more orders to complete our training in the restaurant. It's a bit of a waiting game, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a bottleneck going here, which is not a good thing, but for a 2-man operation, we're not doing too bad. Our rating is up to 3 stars. And as you can see, word is spreading. Now, things are starting to get a bit dirty now. We have some bills we need to pay as well. Let's get those. Do a bit of a spot clean. Thankfully, I can just mop with these guys around. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Yeah, there's not much we can do. Thankfully, this is our last required order. And we've now completed our training. We've got $200 and at least some happy customers. These guys unfortunately aren't going to get it fed because we're going to end the video on this. I hope that this gave you an idea whether you want to go and check out this fantastic game. It is a really fun look at the restaurant business and normally something I wouldn't play, but it's a ton of fun and it's a really nice, chill, casual take on the simulation genre. If you enjoyed some of my other videos and some of the other games I've played like Construction Simulator, you may want to give this one a go. Thank you very much to Rockgame for the opportunity to have a look at this great simulator, and hopefully we'll be looking at more of their games in the future. But as always, if you like this video, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully you'll join me next time when we check out another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.